here with the Digital Digest, and today I'm unboxing the Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition for 2025. But this is the 14-inch model. So before I get that out of the box, for those of you that have been following the channel and my Lenovo coverage, you already know this is their latest and greatest Slim 9i. It has the first ever under-display camera, which means basically a nearly zero bezel experience on this 14-inch exceptionally styled laptop. Then we've got, of course, the other 7i Aura Edition. This is a 15-inch laptop, really a bargain right now. I think at Best Buy about $1,000. Great battery life, great overall performance. I can easily recommend this to anyone who's just looking for, well, a great laptop that can do it all. Not a gaming machine. Granted, Intel's integrated graphics is the best it's ever been in this generation. And now building on that, we've got this Ultra 7 based 14-inch model, which has a full HD OLED display, 32 gigs of RAM on board, a 70 watt-hour battery. So I'm expecting at least 15 hours battery life out of this thing. And you know, the big step up is really that OLED, because as I just mentioned, the 7i, well, I didn't make mention, Aura Edition, the 15-inch model over there, that has an IPS display. So this is the first Aura Edition. Again, an affordable machine that's going to sport that OLED Full HD panel. I think that's a good thing, of course. I'll go ahead and get this out. I believe it has 2 Thunderbolt ports, HDMI port, as well as a micro SD card slot. So pretty good amount of I/O, especially after talking about this guy over here, which just has Thunderbolt ports. So let me go ahead and put this down and get to the charger, which I anticipate is going to be a 65 watt, and it is. This has been the brick, not that it's much of a brick, that Lenovo has been using for all of these really, I would say, long-lasting Ultrabooks that all only need 65 watt adapters, which is ideal. This has been something long coming, and here you have it. So let me go ahead and get rid of the box, and let's take a look at the actual machine. And then we'll also be able to take a look at it next to the siblings that I've brought along for the ride. So again, that 65 watt adapter, definitely a nice form factor on it. But what this Aura Edition is all about, at least my experience thus far, is just, as I mentioned, delivering great battery life, great overall performance at a value proposition. And hopefully this is no different. I think the price on Lenovo's current listing for this is around $1,500. So that's inevitably going to go down. And I believe stock, this starts at 32 gigs of RAM. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up right now. This doesn't have the zero bezel design with the under display camera of the 9i, just as it does not have that glass lid. High reflective OLED display, as I mentioned before, 14-inch, speakers flanking the keyboard deck, very large glass trackpad. It is not haptic, but feels good to me thus far. Clean design. I'm expecting, best in class keyboard from Lenovo as usual, which it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and try to power this. I believe the power button is right there, and it is. It probably will need to be connected to a power source. So before I do that, finishing a quick tour here, beyond the traditional, what I expect is a 1.5 millimeter travel distance on these keys, you've pretty much controls at the top for everything. But it does not take on, of course, the attributes of the Slim 9i, this flagship that has a new panel. Essentially, it's really a column of keys that have been added to the deck. At the top, our 5 megapixel webcam. It is IR capable, so this should be fully functional with Windows Hello biometric login. As we come to the right side of the machine, we have our lock for the webcam. So you have a kill switch that will actually kill the power to the webcam. Your power button, your headphone microphone combo jack, and I believe that is a Type A port. I don't know the throughput on it, but if I had to guess, 5 gigabit. HDMI 2.1 here on the left corner of the machine. So that's good to see, again, for anyone who was worried that you're not going to have any I/O. 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, which is at the very least, I think, a requirement these days, hopefully with other I/O surrounding it. And then a micro SD card slot, which I'm happy that they decided to throw into this mix. So it doesn't have the crazy amount of I/O that some machines in this class have, but at 2 and I think it's about 2.8 pounds, I think this is a very good balance in terms of I/O between having a Type A port, 2 Thunderbolt, HDMI out. I mean, it pretty much does have everything other than Ethernet. You could make that argument. You even have a card reader. Again, OLED display, unibody construction, nice and solid. I expect this to stay cool and quiet with this Ultra 7 processor. And with a 70 watt-hour battery like this, I know Lenovo was saying 15 minutes on this charger will pull like 3 hours of use. Realistically, this should give us at least close to 15 hours of runtime in real world. I like that this finish is not picking up fingerprints at all. The complete polar opposite of this guy, but this is in a different premium realm. So not really to be directly compared, even though they're all in the Slim and Aura edition right here. So these are really the two siblings, direct relation. But again, one much larger than the other. These are both really budget friendly. I told you presently $1,000 for the Aura edition in my right hand with its 15 plus inch display. I think this is a great laptop all around. It does everything it should. Not a gaming machine, but even when it comes to light video photo editing and light gaming, it can do it. But the one area where I had hoped we would get an improvement is the display. And that's exactly what you're getting here with this smaller, more svelte version of this machine in essentially the nearly identical aesthetic. But the OLED panel here, I'm going to power this on in a second, should be interesting. And then on I/O, just a refresher, you can see the similarity here, Thunderbolt, Type A port, your kill switch, power button. It's all pretty much identical. HDMI and another Thunderbolt, and your headphone microphone combo jack. So very much in the exact same design language as the other 7i Aura edition. So don't get confused. Again, this is the 15-inch, this is the 14-inch Aura edition, and the key, besides actual size, OLED versus IPS. This is a 120 hertz panel, actually higher res than what you're getting here, but that makes sense since it is a larger display. So let me go ahead and get this plugged in, and let's just see what this OLED looks like, and we will go from there, because that's really where things are at right now, is that I'm going to have to spend some time with this, put it through its paces. Now, the Type-C ports for charging the Thunderbolts are on the left side of the machine, so going to have to run across. Power button is not recessed, so accidental presses are definitely a possibility. Backlighting, you have your stages, as always, with nearly all manufacturers, but for those of you familiar with Lenovo, just function and the space bar as indicated will take you through those stages. Can't do that while we're booting, but it's a nice machine. Solid, again, a little under 3 pounds. It should do it all. And if, like me, you prefer to have an OLED panel, which I absolutely do, this is going to be an interesting machine in its class. And its price, because at a little over $1,500 now, literally at launch, it's, I think, appropriately priced. And considering the larger Aura edition to its right has already dropped to $1,000, this will probably follow a similar pathway. And the display looks good, as I expected it would. I believe it peaks at like 600 nits with HDR. It is a Dolby Vision certified panel, 100%. In DCI-P3, but I'm going to end it there, because the reality is that I do have to get this thing set up, and I should have quieted her. You can almost open this completely with a single hand, but not completely, for anyone that's curious. And of course, we do have touchscreen. I didn't mention that, worth pointing out. So you do have, again, a little bit of a different experience with this guy than its bigger brother, but I expect a lot to overlap. I do believe we're going to have a better webcam, so that's something to keep your eyes peeled. I will be giving an update about this 5 megapixel unit as opposed to the one in this Aura edition. I think this is a different module, but let's find out. And that should still be better than the one, of course, in the 9i, which with that under display camera great technological improvement for display tech, not great when it comes to camera quality at present. But that's the first of its kind. Let's give it some time to continue cooking in that oven. But nice machine. I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. Its form factor and very, I think, unoffensive, unassuming, industrial clean look. Yes, you've got Lenovo branding, but that's it. And quiet keyboard, quiet overall, I presume it will be. And all the I/O I think you need so that you don't turn into a dongle monster. So this could be a winner for a lot of you out there. Again, I will include a link in the description, and keep your eyes peeled for a very soon, I will be updating my experience on this so that you really can navigate whether the 14-inch or the larger 15-inch is right for you, or even, of course, the more expensive 9i, which is going to deliver similar experience but with a completely different aesthetic overall. And, of course, only two Thunderbolt 4 ports. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them at that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.